Hi, I'm Amy Kirsch, and we're standing here in Belmont Center. Believe it or not, there's a new business here, Salt Fitness Club. We're going to go inside and meet the people behind Salt on today's Belmont Business Spotlight. So here we are in Salt Fitness Club. I am standing here with owner and founder Patty Grady, and I'm really excited to learn more about Salt and why you came to Belmont. Can you start with how did Salt come to be?
So Salt has always been a vision of mine, or owning my own little place has always been a vision of mine throughout the years, but finding a location and deciding to actually go through with it is a big jump. So it took a few years to find the spot that we felt was right, and then with the help of a lot of family and friends, we got it done. So
it's so special to open a club yourself, and you already have a following.
Yes.
You came here and you already have a waiting list, I noticed today.
Yeah, so we're lucky. I mean, it's a small studio, so we get to the waiting list pretty quickly, but from teaching in other locations throughout this area, it helped to build that, following prior to opening.
How many instructors do you have?
Currently, we have 4, including myself.
Is that your vision? How many do you anticipate?
I mean, I would love to keep growing, the most important thing for me when having an instructor come in is almost their personality and their inviting nature. That is everything to me. And so that's the most important thing when people walk into the studio, whether it's their first time or their 100th time, they feel welcomed. So.
And tell us what classes you offer here.
Oh, right now we keep growing, we keep changing, evolving, I should say. Not so much changing, but we started with our basic 3 classes, which was Salt 35, which was 35 minutes, Salt 45, which was 45, and Salt 60, which was the longer version. But it incorporates everything. We have a background in Vinyasa flow, and then we add in weights, a little cardio, core, Pilates, we have bands. So it's kind of a mashup of everything.
And that's all in the same class?
Yes, we do it all. So the 35 is just a little bit more of an express version. 45 is like our signature class, I would say, in the Salt 60 is a little bit slower of a warm-up and slower like at the end, a little bit more time.
What equipment do you use for this?
So we use weights. Usually we say grab 2 sets of weights in a block or 2 sets of weights in a band, but they're optional throughout class, and some people can do the class with no weights at all, or some people are grabbing the biggest ones we have, so. Yeah.
And so you provide them here. Does someone from home need to bring any equipment? What should they know to come to a class as Salt?
I think, to have their own mat is helpful. If not, we always have extra mats available. We don't rent them. We just, let people borrow them while they're here. Most of the time, as soon as you're getting into it, you kind of want to get your own mat. And we would love you to have water, a towel, and then just an open mind, honestly, to learn as you go. And just follow along and take breaks as you need it, that's all.
How do you want people to feel after they take a class at Salt?
Probably challenged. That's definitely something I want someone to walk out saying, wow, that was unique, it was different, and it challenged me to a place that I want to keep coming back because it keeps changing.
I love that.
Yeah.
What do you envision Salt growing to 5 years from now?
Gosh, if I could, I would love to expand, especially in this area. I love Belmont Center. I live in Watertown, and I've always loved coming over to Belmont Center. I think it's such a treat, the whole center and everything it has to offer. So I would love to expand here, and then maybe someday have another location in down the Cape or maybe in the North Shore, just some like a vacation spot area.
Are there any other salts right now?
No, this is it.
So exciting.
Yeah.
So tell me, what other instructors you have here, their names, their specialties, do they all do the same class?
Similar classes. We all can do the same classes, but everybody has their specific strengths. Amy does a little bit more of the heavier weights at a slowed down version, but a great sculpt class too. Widya has a very big background in the former Bikram yoga, which is now considered, I think it's the Hut 26 and 2, which we'll be offering when we change out our heating. Right now, we're not offering it because we don't get that warm. And then Jill, again, she's a big runner, so she does a ton of strength work as well as stretching, like deep stretching. So everyone has their little...
I love that you formed everyone. It seems like everyone's under salt too. So you're going to come and you're going to get a salt workout.
Yes,
and you have just different styles, which sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try it out. Do you want to give us a couple demos?
Sure. Yeah,
that'd be
absolutely.
great. I'm going to get into my workout
All right.
stuff.
Slightly turning towards the front of the room. You're pressing your belly and chest back towards your thighs. Maybe a nice generous bend here through your knees to help elongate through your spine. And then we'll take an inhale, rise tall onto your toes. Exhale, melt your heels down. Inhale, chair pose, and then hold and breathe in chair. So weight comes into the heels of your feet. You have a little tuck to your tailbone, extending your arms up and away, biceps in line with your ears. Take an inhale, sink 1 inch lower here. Exhale, sweep your arms back, palms face down. Inhale, back up to chair. Exhale, forward fold. And 1, inhale, back to chair. Exhale, weights heart center, rise to stand. Step your feet hip distance. Lower yourself down into a squat. When you arrive at a little pulse, you're here 8. Or lift, you're down to rise. You're sitting and standing. That's it, down and up. Good, you keep working here for 8, 7, 6, and 1. High plank, you start to run right and left. You can always slow it down with a knee to elbow. Yes, right there, Amy, yes.